So right here we have a F01 F02 7 series airbag rear compressor. Car isn't rising, although the compressor is chipping in. So I'll start by removing the fuses for the air suspension. This is 5 ampere. You can see that's coming out. And this is 40 ampere. 152 and 182. Yeah, under the car, removing this cover for the compressor. You have two 10mm plastic screws and a couple clips. You have two 10mm screws there. I used a spanner and get them. Alright, so my correction, the screws were 8. So 2 8 screws at the side there, one there and one on the other side. 10 nut there. And just you have the compressor here now. So first I'm going to start off by disconnecting the feed lines to the ear struts and proceed from there, and also the electrical connector and this fresh air feed line here. Right, so now you're gonna, after getting everything off these lines, connectors, fresh air supply, you have these 10mm bolts here, nuts 1 2 3 4. Take those off and the pump comes right off. Alright, so this is the old compressor, complete with the valve block. This is the new, complete with brand new compressor and valve block. So we have brand new fittings there. Yep. I'll be fitting those. So once you change the fittings, just take your time and tighten this up. Do not over tighten. It does not need to be. Yep, that is good. And there you are. Yes. Plug in, connected, and new pump fitted. Time to close up at this compartment. Alright, so fitted up the compressor. Now I'm gonna take out the rear ear struts. First remove this, then I'm gonna remove the speaker cover. Yeah. Once you get these off, once you get the cover off, you have some 8mm bolts holding the speakers in. Take those out. Remove this connector here, and you're able to remove the speaker. As you can see, this is already open like that. Somebody has already been in there, and there you'll now have access to these, I think, 13mm bolts. And yeah. Alright, so once you remove the bolts from the top of the shock stall, remove the caliper bracket and the caliper, hang up the caliper, then you'll be able to start taking down this shock here. Make sure to remove the brake sensors so you don't damage those. Then ease back the pads, then compress the caliper. People tend to take off the caliper differently than the bracket. I decided I take off the bracket completely with the caliper. Right? 18mm bolts, and get those out. Now you remove the fender bolts, fender lining nuts. These caps is 10 and these are 8. I put the caliper there, hang it up. No stress on the line. 10mm wrench. Move this from right there. Now what you want to do is disconnect the electrical connector for this strut. It's this one here. Follow it up to the box and disconnect. Listen, you can waste time trying to get this bolt, but easiest way I see is disconnect this ball joint here and loosen the arm, and drop this arm down, and you have enough space to loosen that bolt. Alright, so 21mm bolt takes off the ball joint, 8mm nut takes off the control arm bushing. This is a very easy arm to take off, so inside, free that up and give yourself some space to get to that bolt there. So once you move that control arm, see, you'll have enough space to remove that bolt. There you go. Alright, now that I got the bolt loose, the three 13s at the top loose, the electrical connector, all you want to do is give this a tap to the side and it will pop right out. Alright, so let me get a smaller hammer. So yeah, here it is. Alright, so this is the cap. What I do is use a extension and a hammer, open it to the left, then I use a pliers and spin it. See it here? So I use a 18 spanner and the T40, loosen the top of the ear strap. Yeah. Alright, so for this step I sprayed some WD-40 and I'm going to take an extension and slightly tap around here and loosening this up from the body of the strut. Alright, after some persuasion, yep, it is off. The strut is undamaged. So I got the ear strut fitted, all bolts tightened up, new seals, new fittings. Yeah, good to go.